So when I was looking online, I was looking for something to actually be able to explain what the skills in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero does for each character. While you might know that there's actual blasts and there's also rush supers, you didn't know maybe that they also have skills that allow you to actually paralyze people, get armor, or even get your full power, or even go straight into sparking mode. And I didn't see anybody actually explaining what all these do, and that made me want to make a video and work a little hard today, man. So today I'm basically going to be going through all the different types of skills that they have in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That way you have better knowledge of maybe what characters you want to play with depending on what type of abilities they have, because there's things like Regeneration and all types of stuff like that, man. And today's anime question is going to be, what is your favorite skill in this game, man? Let me know. Is it the Senzu Bean or is it like the full power charge? Let me know in the comments, man. But if there's anything you might be interested in, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things, and let's go ahead and hop straight into this video. When we talk about skills, all of the skills in this game have different skill points, and you can actually see the meter next to your health bar, and depending on how strong the skill is that you're using, you're going to use a certain amount of points. And if you want to actually see what the description is of some of these moves, if you're in the practice mode, all you have to do is just go to the settings and follow what I have on the screen, and this is how you'll actually be able to see the description of either moves, whether it's your ki blast, your ultimates, or even your skill points. Okay, man, so we start this video off. There's going to be like 10 different types of skills that they have. Generally, everything falls into these categories. The first types of skills are going to be boost skills, and these are basically either going to boost your damage or your defense or also your movement speed. There's also, they can boost ki recovery and also ki damage. And common skills that do this is things like Saiyan Spirit and also high tension. There's also pump up, but pump up actually comes with a speed debuff, so be careful with that one. And there's also some other ones that have like special names. If you ever look at a character and you see like some really unique name for them, for the most part it's probably either them getting like a full power charge or it's probably them getting some type of damage buff. But they have these special names, you know, to make the character seem a little bit more unique. Now the second type is going to be armor skills, and this is one that's actually going along with some cheese right now, and it's the false courage. And this basically allows you to not get staggered by certain shots, and people are actually using this with the androids and doing like a cheese grab where it actually gives them back health, and it's like very hard to get out of this. And we will be dropping a video on actually how to counter this if we haven't already, but armor skills are actually pretty good in this game, so I definitely recommend trying out one of the androids if you actually want to see how this works. The next type is going to be regeneration skills, and one of the best ones by far is definitely the Senzu Bean, which you can actually get from Yajirobe, and he can use this to get his full health back. There's also ones that Super Buu has, which is regeneration, which gives you 40% of your health, and this one uses like 4 points as well, but it's not as much health. There's also Immortal Body that you can use on Zamasu, but this one actually gives you the lowest amount, which is like 20%. But I do like that the Senzu Bean, also the regeneration, and also Immortal Body don't take that long to activate. They have sleep, but sleep is one that takes a decent amount of time to activate, and you only get 30% health, and most people aren't just going to let you sit there and charge that up. The next type of skills are going to be full power skills, or ones that give you your full ki meter, and this is basically are not going to put you in sparking mode, but this is going to allow you to use any of your blast 1 or blast 2 techniques. And some examples of this are just like full power and also using things like light of justice, and this is true justice from Zamasu. We move into the next one, it's actually going to be your sparking mode skills. Now these are the ones that are like the full ki ones, but these ones actually put you directly into sparking mode. And some examples of this is like power up to the very limit, or also the one that you get from the Ginyu Force. Every member of the Ginyu Force actually has their own pose that they strike that will put them in sparking mode. There's also Grove from Kaba, full power. These are some very powerful moves, so I definitely, if you see a character that has a skill that allows them to go directly into sparking mode, you can use this to catch your opponents off guard and actually be able to get your ultimate blast off. And make sure to watch out, because sometimes these will have like really special names. So if you see something that looks like really crazy, like the Extreme Protector of the Earth or something like that, this is probably a skill to get you to full power. The next type of skills are going to be stun skills, and these are probably like my least favorite just because I feel like they're a little hard to hit, but if you do land these, you can get some damage off. And these are things like Solar Flare, also Paralysis. They also have Telekinesis, and they have Psychonesis, and you can actually see these on characters like Frieza and also Cooler and maybe some of the demon characters as well. And I would just pair these with things, especially if you're trying to hit an ultimate. I think you could actually use this to stun somebody and get something else off. But let me know how y'all actually feel about these stun skills. I actually feel like these are the skills that are the least useful in this game, but hey, that might be a hot take. The next type of strikes are going to be unblockable strikes, and these are pretty close to the stun ones, but instead these ones can't be blocked, just like the name says. So these are things like Mystical Breath, also Evil Eyes. I think these ones are also not the most useful just because it has a little bit of a long charge up, but if you can actually pair these with the right moves, you can actually better use these skills to get some damage off. Like I said, the damage potential isn't the highest, but the fact that it's unblockable does allow you to catch somebody off guard, maybe to finish the match. The next type of skills are actually some of the best ones, which is going to be the movement or the teleportation skills, and these are going to be things like instant transmission, or also with Hit, he has the time skip, which allows him to get close to you. And these are some pretty good ones just because you can sneak up behind somebody and either pop an ultimate or you can go into a combo, especially if you're in sparking mode. So if you see a character with instant transmission, I definitely recommend that you try them out because this can really catch people off guard, especially people that aren't really accustomed to playing the game. If you just pop it behind them, you're going to be able to get some really good damage. The next ones are going to be the auto counter skills. These ones are the ones that everybody has been complaining about. These are things like Wild Sense, which allows you to get out of one melee strike. There's also After Image and Key Clone, which allow you to get out of one melee or also a Key Blast. But the one that everybody has been talking about is After Image Strike. And this one is because it's time-based. It's not for just one strike. This thing goes on for 15 seconds. And you pretty much dodge everything for this time. And it's pretty crazy. The only thing that you can't really dodge is Key Blast. And we'll talk about in the video where we're actually countering some of these things. But After Image Strike, if you see this on a character, I definitely just recommend that you just give them a try because this is a crazy move that just allows you to counter even some of the unblockable ultimates. And there's also a giant character that uses this, which I thought was pretty interesting. The next type of skills is going to be the combo breaker skills, and these are going to be your things like Explosive Wave and also Jiren's skill technique that allows him to break combos. And this is just going to be good if somebody's trying to hit you, if they're getting some damage for you, or if you're even getting hit with the back shots, man. This is a good way to get out of this because Explosive Wave or any of these combo breaker moves can be used mid-combo. And the last type is going to be the barrier ones, and you would think these ones aren't the most best, but the barrier techniques are actually pretty good because they can allow you to block actual ultimate blasts, and they can also just block no more key blasts as well. And these are things like Android Barrier, Mystic Barrier, and also Dark Barrier. So when I was actually going through all of these skills and looking at what these things can do, I saw that some of the characters that had some of the best skill sets were definitely both of the Broly's. Broly has an ability that allows him to go directly into sparking mode, and he also has abilities that allow him to get his max ki back. And he also has instant transmission whenever you're actually into the full power of the Super Broly, so this is pretty cool. Super Buu and Kid Buu have regeneration and different types of healing. I think Kid Buu is a little bit better just because he has the sleep, but he also has instant transmission. I would have preferred if he had regeneration, but I don't like that Super Buu's ultimate actually blows him up and takes his health, so I'd actually probably use Kid Buu. Also, Goku End is another good character. He has some good skills, but one of the more unique characters that I thought when I looked at their skills was Captain Ginyu, because he has one skill that gets him full power, and as you know, he has his body changed, so he has another skill that allows him to harm himself. And I think this comes in handy because if you can knock your health down and then go into full power and then pop your ultimate, Captain Ginyu's ultimate is unblockable. So I think his skills very much do complement him as a character and allow him to be very useful. The only character that I didn't actually get to check out was Dispo. I didn't have him unlocked, but I did see that one of his moves like has one of those fancy names, so I'm pretty sure this is one just to get him to max power. But the one that I was actually interested in is the one that's basically seeming like it's going to boost his speed. So yeah, I might see me do a video of that later on once I actually get Dispo unlocked. But let me know in the comments, man, if this helped you, me going through like all the different types of skills. I didn't like talk about every single one specifically because a lot of these just go into a group. But let me know in the comments what are your favorite types of skills in this game and what characters have you been playing with specifically because of the skills that they have. I'm definitely going to be trying out some more characters now that I've looked at this and saw what these things can do. And make sure I look forward for more videos of me breaking certain things down and stuff like that, man. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things, and I'm going to see you on the next video, man. We up.